How often do you think you could have done better with your life? Maybe achieved a new milestone years back, maybe said yes to someone at the right moment, at the right place, at the right time, or maybe chosen a perfect career path for yourself. Well, in my case, I used to play tennis in my school days, but I never continued it. I focused on studies at that moment, but I sometimes regret that decision of quitting tennis. Well, going contemporary, for instance, well, I'm shooting this booktube video. Maybe I plan to do freelancing in future, who knows, but leaving aside studies for the same, will I regret this decision in future? Well, I read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which gave new perspective to these things, to that book of regrets that we carry on our shoulders for our whole life. Well, let's see what this book was about and why I was talking like this. Hey guys, and welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those new to my channel, I'm Divya and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. And now let's start with this video. Finally read one of those books that I was eyeing from so long. So this was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which explores philosophy from a very different angle. It takes into account life lessons with the help of science fiction. Let's see what's the story of this book. Nora, our protagonist, who is 35 years of age, is not happy with her life, and she is wandering around with a big book of regrets and some choices that she made in the past that can't be undone, which is really affecting her life. She's not really happy and she wants to end her life, as I've said, and in doing so she lands up at an unexpected place. Guess what? Where she landed? Well, she landed at the Midnight Library and her watch stopped at 12 o'clock. It's not moving and she's at a place where she had some choices to make, and with one person she have known from her past. Well, that person offers Nora with some choices to make, with some choices to travel to some other places to see what life is the best for her. Well, that's the area when science fiction comes into picture, because she's traveling from one life to another and seeing what life suits her the best. Well, I hope you are not getting confused, but it is similar to the Spider-Man multiverse that you may have seen the animated movie. And in this one, as she travels to different multiverses, she is traveling in her own body at the same age. She is seeing what the lives of her new being is like. She's with different partner in every life, she's in a different profession, and she's seeing if she had made that choice in the past, if she had chosen a different profession altogether, where she could have landed. So she's traveling in and out. She's again coming back to the Midnight Library after exploring her new life, and she can't really go back into that life again, and she's still exploring and still figuring out if she deserves to live and what is the best life for her. And in doing so, she makes n number of choices and she travels to n number of places. Well, I'm not going in further detail. I want you guys to read this one, and that was a little gist of this plot. I know it's a little confusing, but I can't really explain it in much detail without giving away many of those things. But in doing these things that Nora, our protagonist, is doing, she's exploring life. She's seeing what all choices she could have made in the past, and if there's any life wherein she's just happy with no bad outcomes, no bad choices, or no regrets, is that life is possible or not? So in doing so, she's exploring her own self. Well, I totally like the basic idea of this book, and I would totally appraise the author for the same. Like, it was new concept for me, and I could relate it with the old movie I watched. I think it was Bar Bar Dekho, and it's a Bollywood movie. I'm not recommending the movie, but I'm just comparing it. It was on a similar line, and the author very nicely crafted this book with the help of science fiction, and like comparing science fiction, mixing science fiction with philosophy of life. So how often we have seen like non-fiction books gets too text heavy, and we have seen most of the living theories, maybe human approach to life or how to live life, gets lost in the text. And this is the fiction, work of fiction, and with it he provided philosophical lessons, and I totally love the same about it. It explains the basic idea of living a life and educates people like not to carry that book of regrets that everyone carries around. They think we haven't made that choice in the past, and that's the reason we are suffering in the current life. So with this book, the author tries to like clarify that even if you have made that choice in the past, then also there's no guarantee that you would have ended happy in that life. Well, one of the other things that I liked about this read was it didn't fret too much on philosophical side, and the depression side of a person was not much shown. That means anyone can read this book quite easily. And I've heard of this author so much, like Matt Haig. I have heard of his book How to Stop Time, and I haven't like read any other book again other than this book, The Midnight Library, but I'm looking forward to other books as well. And this book came into my notice after it won that Goodreads Books Award, Choice Award. We'll be seeing when I'll be reading it, but How to Stop Time is very high on my bookshelf, or you can say wish list. We'll be seeing what and when I can read that, but I've read this one on my Kindle. Like the previous video was my bookshelf tour, and you have seen so many books are there on my bookshelf. So we'll be not buying so many books, so many physical books for now, and we'll be seeing what all books I can read on my Kindle device. But I totally love this book and would recommend to the people who are looking to some new kind of a book, who are looking forward to some science fiction and philosophical mix, and who is looking forward to like reading books that are exploring some life lessons or something related to it, or maybe who are having some tough time in life and want to read something refreshing, something which gives them a new perspective to life. I would totally recommend this book to readers, and I've rated it 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, at certain parts I was feeling like there could have been some more moments or maybe some more details to some aspects in this book, and a few chapters, or you can say in few lives, I was finding those lives like a little contradicting with others, and that's the reason it came as a little confusing to me, and that's the reason I'm giving this book 4 stars. There's no specific reason to like give it 1 star, but I just wanted it to have some more information or something more that I wanted to read in this book, and I can't really explain that, but yeah, I was just expecting something more in this one, and though I'm fine with the ending and all, but I was expecting something more, and that's the reason I'm deducting that 1 star. So yeah, that was all for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, you can hit the like button. You can comment down below if you have read this book or if you want to read this book in future. I'd be looking forward to your comment, and you can follow me over my social media handles are here. We'll be catching up very soon, and for this video, that was all, and we'll be meeting you very soon. Stay home, stay safe, and bye bye.